right. So recently, shows are deciding what is sticking around and what is being canceled. Maybe you're happy, maybe you're upset about things, but either way, I noticed something when looking at these lists. There is a ton of comic book shows, both combined with the ones on right now and the ones coming out. Okay, based on comics or superheroes or whatever. I'm surprised by this, and so I figured we would talk about that. All right. So we'll start with what's on the air right now. You have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC, you have Arrow on the CW, and you have The Walking Dead on AMC. Those are the 3 that are on right now that are coming back next year. And I'd say of those 3, Walking Dead is the biggest success, obviously. But, which, again, is why I'm surprised at all of these comic book shows. There's been one huge success, the other shows kind of are moderate successes.
Well, for the CW, I assume Arrow is...
Arrow is one of the highest rated shows, if not their highest rated show, but that's a CW. So, on any other network...
Those are the people that would cancel Reaper.
But even its ratings, though, I don't think they're as good as they were. Like, I think Arrow got higher ratings when it first came out, and Season 2 had dropped somewhat. So,
we're in Season 2 right now, aren't we?
Well, Season 2 is wrapping up right now.
It feels like we're...
By the time this comes out, it could be over, but... because I think it ends this week. So anyways, those 3 shows, what do you guys think of those? I mean, to me, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the weakest.
I disagree.
I have some huge... That's the only one you watch?
I'll agree that it's probably the weakest, but I don't have a problem with it.
Lately I haven't had as many problems with it. But for a while there, I considered not watching it.
Yeah, I've never done that.
I'd never, no.
I think,
any of these shows at all, but still.
To me, a lot...
Walking Dead had fumbled more, I think, in its second season.
The Walking Dead has had problems, but it's always made up for those problems.
I've heard people drop off from that show a little bit.
Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Walking Dead's, they're...
They were doing kind of weak in the beginning of the season and everything like that, though.
Well, they ended last season badly.
Was that last season? Was that the last season technically? Yeah, I guess it was. But yeah, they were just, it was bad. It was bad. And some people just lost interest.
It ended badly. I didn't think the season was bad.
I almost lost interest.
And I liked what was going on this season for the most part. So.
What they did with this season though so far, I'm enjoying it.
Arrow, I think, is doing a better job at making a cohesive DC universe than what Batman and Superman probably will do. So, there's that.
It's not a Justice League movie.
It
has all the Justice League in it. And
well, it's going to lead to Justice League.
But it's not a Justice League movie.
I know. They're just going to pop up at the end, but still.
They're just casting the Justice
But I'm saying
members.
Arrow does a pretty good job of introducing little things, one by one, and making it seem like they're building the DC universe. And to me, I say just put some of this stuff into the movie. Like, why not have Stephen Amell in the movie as Green Arrow if you're going to have Green Arrow? I don't see why you would just recast him. It's stupid to me.
Because DC doesn't.
Because DC thinks... Oh, sorry. Not DC.
Warner Brothers?
Warner Brothers probably thinks they know better.
Could be.
They don't want to do what Marvel's doing, but they really want to do what Marvel's doing. It's like this weird sort of...
Yeah.
Like, we can't just copy them, but they're doing really good. I mean, it's a really great idea. But it's just really weird to watch them, try to make the same thing, but try to pretend they're doing it differently. It's been a really fun, awkward struggle for Warner Brothers DC.
I get the feeling it's the higher-ups in office at Warner Brothers that are pushing the creative people into forcing Justice League right away and stuff like that. Like, I have a feeling that if the creative people at Warner Brothers making the DC movies, if they had their choice, I don't think they would just jump right into Justice League. I think that's the head of Warner Brothers ever going, we need an Avengers, guys. We have DC, why don't we have an Avengers? So I think it's that sort of thing. But anyways, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to me, they play it too safe, and all the characters are the same to me. I don't really care about any of them except for Coulson, and that's because of the movies. I think it's boring at times. I don't understand half of the weird storyline shit they do with no-name people and not anything that seems to affect anything else in the universe. They're these little side things, but they want them to seem epic, and they never seem epic. The effects and way things are shot in the show are very sketchy to me. Like, there's a lot of issues I have when I'm watching it. The Hydra stuff lately, I'll say, has been better. I think it's been a step up for the series. Aside from that, you don't want to murder him, Skye, because she had nothing to do with that, and it was bullshit. But other than that, I think it's gotten better. I heard it ends in a very interesting way that'll make Season 2 seem very interesting. I hope that's right for me. You guys do love the show, though, so why do you...
Oh, I won't say love it, but
okay, why do you really like it?
I like it because
Hold on. what do you mean, like, they're trying to do this epic
I don't
thing
think
that
it
you don't
is.
feel? Like, I've never seen them do anything epic or try to be epic. And
It's
also,
it's
what
always
seems to work.
okay. Maybe I misspoke in that regard. It's always okay. Maybe it's the previews for the next episode or whatever. They always make it seem like it's gonna be some grand thing.
Well, every preview of any show tries
Yeah.
to make it seem like.
But
it's
it
bigger
also,
than
like,
it
that's
is.
not
Okay, then it's a bigger
That's what's meant to
drop-off.
do.
It's
The
a
main
bigger
thing-
drop off than for
I think
me
you
on
may
that
have
show.
missed the point of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is that they're not the front line, like, the shit doesn't revolve around them. It may be their show, but they're like, I heard the premise of the show, it was the guys who are in the background and dealing with their own shit, and that you don't see in, like, the big movies and all that stuff. And that's what I was expecting from the show, is a group of agents handling some superhero bullshit that,
I could take a show like that if it was better written.
well, that's what alright, maybe not better written, but...
I think the show's poorly written. I think the characters aren't developed at all. Like I don't see the difference between one character to the next, other than this is the smart people and these are the not smart people.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's the
There's
difference.
There's the punchy people and the smart people.
Yeah, that's kind of
They in
it.
fact split up the school that way. Not the school, but the academy.
Yeah.
Is like, here's the people, the operatives who you learn to fight and to be pretty much spies, and then here's the whole like operatives, operations.
That
you know,
is,
just
it is a valid criticism because
Yeah.
they don't really, the characters, I mean, they're starting to kind of, they started, they didn't finish because it's almost the damn end of the season, but they did start to like try to give them personality, but at the same point, it's really not about them, so like they need to do that. They need to distinguish more in the cast that they have.
To me, it's a show trying to be a Joss Whedon show, even though it kind of is. Like that's the weird thing about the show to me.
And I can see where you're coming at. Some of the points kind of seem like it's like a weird imitation of a Joss Whedon show.
Yeah,
But they're not doing the characters well enough.
no, not at all.
In
I don't.
the first season, that's why I usually throw at that. It's
Oh,
first season.
there's only what?
They're still developing.
How many episodes of
characters.
Firefly are there?
One season. That is
Less than a season.
But that is Joss Whedon, and you can't really say that.
Well, no, and I could also
can't
say
use that.
They
That's
probably,
bullshit.
I assume, especially with the whole twist near the last half of the season with Captain America and stuff,
Yeah.
is that maybe some of their hands were tied with developing characters. You can't like have an episode about this guy's backstory, that you can't go into the depth of the character, which would be in the past, because hold on, we're gonna make one of them evil like near the end of the show, So they couldn't, like, one way to make Ward more of a character, make any character would have been
Ward is the worst character to
Well,
me
just
until
the-
he turns.
how you-
Until he turns. So
how
if they
you
turn him
write-
back, I'm gonna be mad.
How you
because
write and build
it's
the
made his
character.
character interesting.
Right, but how you write and build up the characters, you go in their past, you show stuff. You have an episode about them. It talks about how they grew up, like.
So
like
you get
maybe
more
think-
feel on
Yeah,
who they
you
are.
try to get relate to them, and it seems like a lot of what this was they couldn't do that with this cast in the beginning because they were flipping everything on its shit near the end of the show, and they're like, well, don't talk about her past, don't talk about that. Like, you got to think about why is she. You got to think about
I get
why
the planting
their
a seed
Shield
thing.
stuff.
I
You
get
got-
the planting a seed thing,
But you
and
get
I'm fine with that.
Fitz and Simmons when they were in Shield. You get everything starts with them in Shield, and that's kind of like, well,
But we didn't really get that. We got them put on a team right away.
right. But
Also, maybe this was.
well, you get the
poorly
episode where
thought
like,
out. I don't
oh, we went.
How was it poorly thought
no,
out?
we were in the academy together. We were in the academy together, and then like you got Ming Na's character, whatever fucking,
Ming Na Wen?
whatever fucking
What was her name?
Lady-
May?
lady
Yeah.
Dragon. I was about to call her the Dragon Lady.
You mean the typical silent badass character
Yes.
that is in every?
You get that one thing about she was in the cavalry, and now finally you met like her mom once or something like that. And so I mean, like at the end, now that we know Hydra's there and all this stuff, now they're starting to like. And I see next season going more into the characters.
Yeah, that's
I
what
hope
see.
it gets better.
But I can agree that
It's a
It
first
will. You can't
No,
know that.
It will. It has to
You
get.
can't know that.
I
has
really
to get
believe.
better.
I-
I've seen those videos on the internet
It
about
will.
gay bullying. It
Not
gets
will.
better.
I believe it'll get better.
Revolution got worse than the second season.
Oh, no one saw Revolution.
I did.
At this table.
I'm just saying. It was also canceled, but I'm okay.
It's the one where like
okay
they
with it
turned
being
off all
canceled.
the power in the world.
That's stupid.
It was
Yeah.
bad robots.
It didn't sound
You know,
good, but yeah.
That sounds stupid.
But I really
No, Bad
enjoy-
Robot is J.J. Abrams' production thing.
Oh,
Wait, is
it- I said it.
I thought it was literally.
Yeah, it went
Bad
up.
Robots.
I'm waiting for it to come up any moment now. Alright, so we were talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We're going to wrap this up so we can talk about other stuff. But in general, though, everything just seems cheesy to me. The writing, the way it looks, that kind of stuff.
I
Also,
really enjoy it. I think it's fun. I think a lot of stuff that's on like comic book wise, like Walking Dead and Arrow, are way too serious at times. And that this is just, it's a fun comic book, like, the theme.
I don't want it deathly
sort of
serious.
movie. Like, No, just like, well, come on, like fucking Arrow and Walking Dead can be way too fucking serious. They
They're
joke.
darker, yeah.
They will joke a lot on. You make jokes about the show for like Walking Dead sometimes because of the whole Carl stuff. But I mean, like for Agents of Shield, they actually have jokes in the show that just make me laugh or chuckle or
Really?
things like that. Yeah.
There are jokes.
On a rare occasion, I've laughed, but I never laughed.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's fun.
I think Neighbors is funnier than Agents of Shield.
I don't think anyone's saying that the comedy isn't funnier.
Of the three shows, I think that's actually just the one I just prefer. Like Arrow's been really slow lately, and just,
They're three different. Honestly, I think they're three different kind of flavors.
Arrow's been like the story-wise.
It's been focused on the same storyline for a while.
They're three different flavors of show, basically. I mean, Agent of Shield isn't trying
And
to be
Oliver
like
makes terrible choices just in general.
Wait,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they all make dumb choices. It makes me groan or roll my eyes at least once an episode.
And plus, I'm
At least once an
tired of all
episode.
the fucking sirens and beeping and shit I hear in the soundtrack for Agents of Arrow. It just pisses me off.
I don't get that, but okay.
I don't know why you are, Brian. And Walking Dead, I enjoy it. I like where they're starting to go, but honestly, I cringed whenever I was like, I gotta watch a episode of Walking Dead because it's gonna be like, is this gonna be like an actual really interesting episode, or is this gonna be like
another
a boring,
episode where nothing happens.
where nothing happens, and they're still finding out things about themselves and wandering around in the middle of nowhere. So yeah,
They're three different types of shows.
I believe
There's
I'll
a
get-
really serious. You get your really serious.
when I think about these three shows,
I think
Arrow's
Walking
more
Dead-
action orientated and more like plot driven forward, and Agents of Shield. Well, now it is, but before it's more.
I think
just
Walking
like a
Dead
fun-
is the best of these three. I think it's the most well written over anything else. The
No,
others.
It's
yeah,
funny
it
because
is.
the comics
Well, yeah.
getting.
it's obviously more boring.
I'm not as caught up in the comics as you, so.
But I just when I look at these three movies, shows, I just think Agents of Shield is one that's not going to disappoint me as much.
Really? See,
That's not just me.
I think
It's just
The
That's
bar's been set
That's
so mediocre
All right, let's
that
get
can't
off
get
this.
disappointed by it.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Alright, so in the fall there are a bunch of shows that were ordered, right? To season or whatever, series,
Is that
whatever.
how you get shit? I want
No, they are.
one Flash, one
That
Gotham,
kind of is what they do, though.
and a Constantine coming up.
Alright, so let's go through them. So the Flash we kind of knew was going to be done.
No onions on
CW.
Constantine.
They've only been setting up the Flash on Arrow all season
I'm looking
long.
forward to it.
So, yeah, that one was a no-brainer is going to happen. Gotham is going to be on Fox. That is the not Batman show because, it's
Then
not
they
Batman.
just had the trailer or the.
Yeah, they just had the trailer.
It makes you think of that Batman Year
I'm a
One.
little excited about that one.
Or-
I thought the trailer looked really good. It had a couple red flags, but I still thought it was overall very good. And I like the cast. I like the idea of the show, and hopefully it'll be what I think it'll be or hope it'll be. We'll see. Very, very...
Gotham looks
iffy
like
on
a
it.
go
I'm
either
hopeful.
way.
I'm hopeful.
And it's on Fox, so I know if it
And
has
it's
one
going to get canceled, right?
if it has one bad season, it's out the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Or not even a bad season. If it has one season that doesn't hit obscene projected numbers, it'll be like.
Maybe if they actually
Fuck it.
play it in fucking order, we'll be.
So, unless it's in the top 3 shows on their network, it'll get canceled, right?
If it's,
Was it
it's
almost-
not animated or written by Seth MacFarlane,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
already,
yeah.
it's already coming in and it's going to get canceled. It hasn't even.
Yeah.
They don't even have it on the air.
Obviously,
it's
we're
probably going to get
fucking
canceled.
fucked.
obviously we're all bitter about Almost Human, but still,
But
yeah.
Firefly,
Fox is run by
Well, but Almost Human
Mantis.
wasn't Almost Human like their 4th or 5th highest rated show, and they canceled.
John
it?
Doe. I enjoyed that. What?
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't care about John Doe.
Oh.
It was a decently rated show. It
Sorry,
wasn't
what were you
terrible.
saying?
Almost Human. It was actually decently rated. It wasn't
Was
like
it?
this failure. I don't get it. Anyways, moving on to
They
comic
played
book
that order, I
shows.
still got a kick out of it.
Yeah, I know. Comic book shows. Okay, so moving on. NBC ordered Constantine. This is NBC. This is them joining this thing, though, because NBC doesn't
But
really have a superhero comic book.
I'm looking
whatever.
forward to Constantine. It can't be any worse than the movie.
The first image,
They have an
first
English.
image of the guy dressed up as Constantine, I liked.
Because he was English,
cool.
he looked like he was blonde. He looked like Constantine more so than Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
not like 40 years old, not blonde, not English.
Actually,
Yeah.
Black trench coat instead of brown.
actually, I think he is 40.
Well, now he is, but
At
not
the time, he was probably like
Constantine. Movie Constantine, not even anywhere close to approaching.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending
Actual
him. I'm just saying that one.
No, just like this guy looks the part,
30s. It looks like it's
He
more
doesn't-
based on the comics than the movie.
and that's
And
what
that's
I
the
want
good
because the
part,
comics.
You've
I've
told
read
me some things about
I have
that.
read a fuck ton of Constantine, and that's good shit.
I really want to read it because of some of the things you told me about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so that and it's interesting that NBC now decided they should have a comic book TV show.
And they're not doing the Marvel DC route.
Oh, they're doing.
Well, they are
Heroes,
like, DC technically.
They're doing Heroes again, or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah, it's still technically DC. DC owns the rights to the character and all that kind of stuff. Next we have iZombie, which is going to be on the CW. This is the one that if I bring this up to people, they know the least about. It's a DC thing. I think it was Vertigo. I'm not sure. I never read it. But it's based on a comic.
Steve Jobs comes back to life.
No, the premise is a girl is a zombie in secret. Like, it's hidden in society, she's a zombie. And when she eats the brain, she inherits the memories of the people whose brains she's eating. So she's trying to solve, like, their murders and things like that. This sounds kind of ridiculous. And it kind of sounds... No.
Why did you think you were going to sell me on this?
I'm going to save all this. Because the people making this show are Rob Thomas and Diane Ruggiero. So basically the writing team of Veronica Mars is making this show.
This sounds terrible.
But it's
why did you think you sell me on this?
But it's a detective show. It's those people.
She's eating brains and getting memories.
It's a girl in the lead.
I'm gonna watch it, but be upset the entire time I'm doing it.
3 episodes.
And they're gonna get
fully on board just because of those people making it.
I know, and that's why I'm gonna watch it. But I'm gonna watch it, and as soon as she starts eating brains and solving crimes, I'm like, this is some stupid shit. I can't wait till next.
Yeah, but you guys like Pushing Daisies.
I didn't watch Pushing Daisies.
Okay, you liked Pushing Daisies.
Yes.
What is so ridiculous about this over Pushing Daisies? That she's a zombie.
You touch a person, they come back to life. Touch them again, they die. I can accept that better than she eats people's brains.
She's a secret zombie eating brains to solve crime.
I think it could be interesting.
It almost sounds like True Calling in a sense, but not at all. It's telling me it's gonna be.
Is Elijah Dushku gonna be the zombie?
No, they already cast her. I don't know who she is.
What's in that movie with the fucking zombie? Was the zombie romance? Can't fucking remember.
It was Warm Bodies. I like Warm Bodies.
It sounds like
the other
Warm
Franco.
Bodies.
It did have the other Franco in it.
Whose brains were eaten? Spoiler.
Oh, ruining the movie.
It was like the first 10 minutes. Anyway, that's exactly what it is. Like, they eat the brains to absorb the memories. That's exactly what they're playing off of in there. I hope the comic's better than that premise is.
Well, if they're making a new show, okay.
Alright, I was wrong. I'm on board.
I'm gonna watch it because it's Veronica Mars cast. Or not cast, but the writers.
Producers and stuff.
How about you, Brian?
Yeah. I'll give it 3 episodes.
I gotta see it.
That's all I get.
Just to see what the fuck they're gonna do with it.
Yeah.
But from the
CW
get-go,
has been on a roll for me lately, though. Arrow's been really good. The 100's been really good. So if the Flash is
Reaper,
good, that's another
never
one.
Forget.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
Never
I like this interesting premise direction they're going for. They're trying to do these interesting premises that maybe a bigger network wouldn't go.
Well,
for.
this one stars a woman, so it's obviously not gonna have a guy who's taking his shirt off all the time.
That's
like
true.
most CW shirts.
I've seen Smallville, Supernatural, Reaper, a bunch of
that's,
things when they came on.
That's stereotyping.
CW.
That's not what they are. Alright, so moving on, anyways, iZombie. The last of the shows that we know will be on this fall, or whenever, whatever, is Agent Carter on ABC, which is Peggy Carter from Captain America First Avenger, getting her own show as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent back in the day.
The 40s.
Yeah. So, my opinion is, hopefully this will be better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but you guys really like it, so...
I don't see a point to this show.
Yeah.
Really? I think it being more focused on one character in particular, and then having some cool past stuff. You can bring in the Howling Commandos again.
I guess it's
You can
focusing
do all that
on
kind of
the
stuff.
creation of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it could
But
be.
they won't.
It'll probably go into more of like how Hydra infiltrated, to be S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that. It could be really interesting to me.
Well, yeah, it could be. I really don't think they'll do any of that.
Yeah.
I mean, they've let you stow down an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's kind of funny that you're really excited for this one. And
I'm not really excited, but
Well,
I'm very interested in it.
You're interested in thinking that it's going to solve all the problems that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, I'm hoping
have
it
the
will.
same-
I'm hoping it will.
You're hoping. I think that's probably... Hope is...
I've heard them say that the actress who plays Agent Carter, that they were like, oh, it's really disappointing, we really couldn't put her in more things. They just kind of found a project to throw her at. That's what it feels like to me. Because
This has been rumored for a while, and there's a short film that she's in and
I know,
stuff.
I've seen
So I don't think
part
this
of
is that quickly
film.
thrown together.
But
I
they,
think
no,
this is...
don't get me wrong, it's not quickly thrown together. I'm just saying, this obviously was just made because they really liked the actress, and they really liked her character, and they thought they could do something with it. And it just doesn't really seem they could really do much with it.
Other than give her a show.
Yeah, other than just give her
It's
a
going to
show.
come down to the
Fingers
writing.
crossed. Yeah.
I mean, that's my main
Fingers
problem with
crossed
Agents of
it's
S.H.I.E.L.D., so hopefully the writing will be better to me, and I guess as good to you guys. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to me. I don't know if they'll pair them. I think that'll be interesting too. Like, do you put back-to-back Shield
I
shows?
really- No, God,
That'd be
no.
kind of weird.
It sounds.
They'd have, I'd almost rather
Just like, do you put
try
Flash
that
after
than
Arrow?
seasons.
Do you put Flash right after Arrow? You know what I mean? Like that's, I don't know if you want to do.
You mean time
It's too
slot
much.
Yeah, like do you
No.
put them back to back?
No, you never do that. Besides, they play the 100 after Arrow, so.
They do, and that's coming back. So that was a good part of what's renewed because I liked the 100. Okay,
Sounds kind of interesting.
it's better than I thought it was going
I
to
missed recording the first episode and I said, fuck it. Well,
be.
once
You
a
shouldn't
month,
have. There's not that many episodes.
Still said fuck it.
Okay, aside from that, there's some things that we know are going to happen that won't be this fall, but who knows when they'll be. And that is all of the Netflix Defenders stuff, so Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist, and then the Defenders show. That'll come out at some point. That'll be on Netflix. They said they're going to release them at the same time, but we'll see how that works out. Yeah, so we've kind of talked about that on the show before in one of the news segments or whatever.
Like, why Jessica Jones?
Daredevil's the one I'm most
Because they're
excited
doing a Luke
for.
Cage movie.
I want to
Oh,
see
it's their
Iron
show. I mean,
Yeah, but Daredevil's made by Drew Goddard, so that's why I'm fully on board. I'm more interested in who's behind the scenes. You guys don't care about that stuff. I think that's what we've learned again.
oh yeah.
Here today.
Red Batman is not my favorite superhero.
But Drew Goddard, man, the director of Cabin in the Woods,
Cool.
and co-writer,
That's cool. Glad he's
and co-writer of Cloverfield. I should have mentioned that to get you guys on board, but... Alright, so anyways, Netflix stuff will be interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Iron Fist. I think it could be cool.
I like that it's Netflix and I
They
can
all-
watch it on my schedules.
Kind
You
of.
can watch it on your.
It doesn't make me feel a need to watch it right away when it's on Netflix, and that's my problem. It's not.
Oh,
I
it's
know
not
you guys can probably be different, but for me, if it's on Netflix, I don't feel rushed to watch it. Like I don't feel like I need to watch it right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And that's but that's the
Yeah.
problem because
And I'll
otherwise
watch,
I'll ignore it
3 or
for.
4 at a time.
But I'll ignore it for a while. Is
What
the problem.
are Jessica Jones' powers even?
She's got a.
She can
Nothing.
fly.
No.
If they just do
she
the-
can project sun.
I don't-
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really.
I honestly don't remember having powers.
She had powers.
If they just do the Alias thing, it'll be awesome. So that's all. They
Yeah, I remember that she had a comic series that was called Alias. But beyond that, she
That's all you need to do.
She banged Luke Cage and was able to bear his child. That's about it.
I don't think
And like,
I don't think
was the child a Skrull?
No.
All right, that was the whole thing.
That was the thing they were trying to make you think the baby was a Skrull, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Now
I
I'm
don't know.
questioning it. That was years ago.
Yeah,
I don't remember the baby being a skull or even them leading it to.
Or they thought it was a Skrull?
they thought it
I
was.
think they thought someone. Who fucking cares? How about that? What else we got on this?
Hopefully we'll get an audience for this in the comments. They'll care. But anyways,
Now I gotta go
All right,
get
so
my box.
wrap-
Don't assume we
this up.
wikied it after we've done fucking turned off the camera.
wrapping this up, we got Sony with PlayStation doing their own television show. They're gonna make the Powers TV show. That's gonna be their first big release on the PlayStation Network.
Which I am a member of.
Me too. Well, PlayStation Plus we're members of, which means we'll get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yay.
No, FX has tried to make it for years. They did that pilot with Jason Patrick that they never then did. I never saw it. I don't know if there were problems with it or what.
How do you?
But
How do you try to make something for years? And then have a pilot and still not have made something?
they didn't like it. Look, FX is a good network. If they thought the pilot wasn't very good, they're not going to just keep going and
I
just
know
say,
that.
"Oh, this is a thing people know about." So we'll keep.
Yeah, no,
making
it's
it.
like it feels like FX because they do make good shows. Like
They're
how
worried about
they
quality.
Make something and then make a shitty something.
It just didn't work out. Sometimes that happens. People say Fox should have picked up Lock and Key when they made
No,
that pilot.
Fox doesn't pick up anything.
Well, yeah, but Lock and Key is an awesome comic.
Which is why they
They
didn't pick
should
it up.
have made that show.
But you know what would happen?
I heard that pilot
One
is good
season.
though. They've released that pilot to people.
They should have
People
taken
say
it to
the pilot's
UPN.
good.
They probably would have had a better chance.
UPN is dead. Anyways, so finally we come to Preacher, which is Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg making it for AMC.
I don't know
So-
why. I don't even know how.
They also said this week, I believe, that they also wanted to do Y the Last Man. Like they also told them.
I'm
they
not
wanted
getting
to
into
do
this
Y the
again.
Last Man.
I'm not getting into
But,
this again.
I'm not drunk
Anyways-
enough to get into this again.
They are working on Preacher as a show for AMC.
356 episodes.
356 episodes.
One for every day of the year.
One for every page of the comic.
So,
Filler be damned.
those are kind of the question marks, but in general, I have 15 shows on this list. I want you guys to vamp while I was doing that, but
Nope, dead air is what you get.
I've got like 15 shows on this list. And this is just what I thought of. So there could be another show out there that maybe you've heard about or maybe has been announced. Feel free to comment and tell us we missed it. However, it's a lot of shows. And the surprising thing about it to me is there's only one
Seth Rogen.
resounding success.
Well, there's only 3 of them that are out.
But there's only one But normally, this is the sort of thing that happens when something becomes really popular. There will be a couple of versions of it, and it'll do a bunch of money, and they'll go, "Oh, we need to keep doing this," so everyone copies it and needs to make their own version
I
of
think he's
it.
building up to actually blurt out what it is.
The movies are super
And that's-
popular,
that's what
but they thought that would help Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it really hasn't. Its ratings are kind of on the bubble. They didn't know if it was gonna
Alright,
come
what's
back
the
or
one
not.
resounding success, Brandon?
Walking Dead is the
Walking
one
Dead.
resounding
There you
success.
go.
It's the most watched film or scripted show on television.
I just sadly you just go roll the
Well, we all knew it was Walking
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to build it up. I thought that was obvious.
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
thought it was
we said
Walking
that
Dead.
at the
Kid thought you were gonna go Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
I don't
okay.
know why. We all knew it was
Seemed
Walking
like
Dead.
they was gonna do.
It's Walking Dead.
Oh.
Obvious.
Obviously. Duh.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Because 15 million people can't be wrong. Is that what you're?
Yeah, that can be.
That's what I said about Nazi Germany.
So, anyways, what do you guys think of this? All these comic book shows. Are you happy? Kind of wish there weren't so many. That's my thought. I wish there weren't so many.
I
Well, that's
figure
'cause you
I'll let
feel-
everybody else.
I feel
do
the need
hard
to
work.
watch them all. I know.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna wait for everyone else to do all the dirty work and like watch them and narrow them down. Then I'll watch the ones that I'm kind of interested that kept getting made, and then reserve judgment for that.
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
So you're a wait and see kind of guy.
On this, I think I'll be.
On
Nothing-
this? Well, for
nothing-
most of these,
nothing-
is there anything on here that you're gonna watch right away or check out right away?
Maybe Gotham.
Maybe
Out of all
Gotham?
the new shows. Yeah.
I pretty much decided already that I'm watching Flash, Constantine, and Gotham, but if I forget to even record an
Zombie
episode
and
of My
Agent Carter?
Zombie and Shield, I'm gonna give it a try.
Gone.
Sorry, Agent Carter.
I don't. Yeah, Agent Carter is the one I'm least enthused about. I'm going. The Netflix ones I don't even count because they're on Netflix, and I'm gonna watch them anyway because it's Netflix. I'm gonna watch everything on Netflix anyway. I have time to. Powers could be cool, and Preacher's the one that I'm most confused about because like Seth Rogen and Golden. I'm like, I don't know what they have to do with Preacher.
They really enjoyed the comics,
So?
and they can actually
I
make.
don't know.
Those producers,
we know
not writers.
we know they know how to kind of do an apocalyptic sort of thing. From this is the end. So
And Green Hornet. Seth Rogen's breakout role.
Well,
I don't think he
they're
wrote
fans. They're fans of Preacher.
yeah, they're really big fans of
Yeah.
They
it.
want to make sure it comes out and it's done right.
Look, you want a fan.
I
of
think
this
that's the
stuff.
most confusing out of the entire list is Preacher because it's the team behind it. You're like,
But
how
you
are they doing a
want,
Preacher movie?
but when you make any TV show based on a property, you want someone that's a huge
Yeah,
fan
no,
of that
I-
original property.
You do.
Yeah.
It worked for Game of Thrones.
Did it?
Well, yeah, those guys, Alex Benioff and D.B. Weiss. I can't remember their names. Those guys, they're awesome. I should know their names, and normally I do, but I can't think of it right now. Those guys were really big fans.
Is it because
They're really big
Seth
fans.
Rogen is a comedian, therefore you're kind of worried?
Yeah,
about
is that
it?
your problem? Because he's a
That was
actor?
just surprising to me in
And
general.
writer?
But
Yeah, he's the Joker.
Maybe he can do more.
And he's got the other guy with him.
Maybe he's got range. that you
Maybe.
don't know about. Look, he's not starring in it. He's not
I know,
starring
I'm-
in it.
And he's just putting money behind it and making sure that this is
And helping script it and stuff and write it and
They
all that.
make sure this is correct to it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we should put in this joke about this. No, he's probably not.
No,
gonna
I'm
do
just
it.
saying it's the most out of all of them. That's probably the most interesting.
Questionable.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think the most questionable is Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Agent Carter, I don't know how it's going to go either. I'm hopeful it'll be good, but I agree. Of the 5 that are coming on this fall,
Goth-
I guess.
After Gotham's trailer, though, Gotham's trailer raises some questions. Too.
It's
like,
true. There's some red flags in there.
Are we like it looks-
Mainly by the name of Jada Pinkett Smith, but also the focus.
she's
on-
obviously going to be Catwoman.
No.
It's called Fishy something. I don't know.
Yeah, her name is some fish name, but no, just the focus on the
There's
villains is kind of
stank
weird.
ass vagina joke. in
The
there.
focus on the villains in that trailer is kind of weird, and the focus on Bruce Wayne in that trailer is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Jim Gordon.
Yes, but now it looks like it's Jim Gordon mentoring young Bruce Wayne.
I hope that's just to try to get people's attention, and I hope it is
I
in
hope
the
so
end
too,
still
but-
Jim Gordon and Bullock.
But it's on Fox, so worst case scenario, we only have to worry about it for this one season.
I just want a Gordon and Bullock buddy cop, awesome detective show. That's really what I want, with some nods to.
I think you really just really
With
enjoy
some
buddy
nods to
cop
kind of-
things. Because I hear you.
No, I like
buddy
detective
cops a lot.
shows.
I talk about buddy cops all the time.
Well, I heard him say a lot. Well, like the Siler and Horner
I
glasses.
wanted a buddy
You
cop.
want a buddy cop.
You did
Siler and Armor glasses. I like detective shows. I'll say that. I liked Broadchurch and The Killing and others. that I just can't think of right now.
Sherlock.
But Sherlock, sure. And Elementary, and
Castle.
Castle, when I'm not behind on it like I am right now. So by like seasons,
Ooh.
several seasons.
It's good.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's all I got for this section of wonderful comic book shows.
so okay, but are you guys happy about all of these?
Do I-
Like, are you happy there's so many? Do you wish there were less? Do you?
I don't. It's not like a.
How many of these do you think will be canceled?
Well, Gordon's on Fox, so we can rule that.
Gotham's gone.
That Gotham's gone.
Flash will stick around because Arrow's been around. for
Yeah,
like 3
Flash
seasons
is fine.
now.
Constantine, I don't know.
Constantine, I have a feeling about.
I-
I have a feeling Constantine won't
But it's-
even get through its first like.
But
quarter.
NBC only has the one show, so I think they're going to at least try to stretch it for a second season, and then it's gone. iZombie, I don't know. Well, they've been on a roll, but at the same
They
point.
did cancel Veronica Mars after one season
Yeah.
on CW because the other two were on UPN.
Well, and there's no UPN to save them. Agent Carter, probably only a season. Netflix doesn't count because they'll just keep doing it. I have no idea about Powers because it's their first show.
Yeah,
And
I have a feeling
Preacher is on AMC, so it'll probably be.
AMC has a quality to them too, though.
Yeah.
So you're worried about it, but it's like they do
No, I
have
know.
a quality to them that they
AMC
won't.
is prestigious enough. They have, Walking Dead.
HBO's not
And
getting
they
into
did
the
Breaking
superhero. HBO's not getting into the superhero game.
I don't think they're going to.
They could do something cool. They could do more like a Preacher
Well,
type show
they're getting American Gods
if they ever make
in the
it.
year of
I mean,
our
when-
2037.
Yeah, whenever they get
Apparently,
around
they
to
seem
it.
to be pushing that show or miniseries they're having called, was it?
The Leftovers?
Leftovers, yeah, which is pretty much what
I'm excited to see that.
people who weren't raptured, essentially.
It's the opposite of
Battle Code.
Resurrection.
As what?
Resurrection is about
Resurrection,
people coming back
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
people
dead.
coming back from the dead, yeah.
A small portion of them, and then this is about a small portion of the population just instantly dying.
2%.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's
All right.
kind of the opposite of Resurrection.
AMC needs to do Battle Pope. That's Kirkman. They love Kirk.
They're supposedly working on Thief of Thieves, based on that comic.
I didn't read that one.
I didn't have that written down, but I don't think that's anywhere near development.
I would watch a Battle Pope show though.
Me too. Anyways, so yeah, what do you think about comic book shows? And are you going to watch these? Which ones? All that kind of stuff. You can comment below. Otherwise, like and subscribe. And yeah.
Comment below.
Otherwise, see you in the next video.
Why don't we tell our names on these videos?
I don't know. We didn't this time.
Fuck you. That's
Because they're not official, I guess, I don't know.
But they're still videos.
If
It's not
they
like anyone's
spoil
gonna
it,
watch our review and like immediately watch this video.
No, yeah, I know. I just didn't mention it. I forgot.
Quick, let's do it before it ends.
Just edit it in there. I'm Brandon Kaiser.
Josh Jessen.
Kid Coleman Cool!
Brian Haas.
Strange edit.
And that's how you review.
We didn't review anything.
That's how you talk about guys.
comic book TV shows.
Preview.
That's how you preview.
It's more of a discussion.
That's how you discuss.
Because we're not previewing. We haven't seen trailers for all these. Only Gotham has always seen trailers for. And
I've
we
seen
watched
that
the
one.
other three. Or I watched the other three.
America.
Texas.